Hello, hello. How's everybody doing?
Is this my cue to talk?
Yes, this
Do I
is your
talk
cue to
now?
talk, Anthony. You can
Oh,
talk. You can
glorious. I
talk.
can talk now. Glorious. I
Yeah,
can speak. I've been
yeah.
freed from silence for too long.
Well, it's back to the basement if you don't behave.
No, we don't need to. We don't need to pull out those drastic measures, Krim. It's
Yeah. All
fine.
right.
I don't need to go back there. The rats were speaking to me and colonizing.
Ooh, everybody's here. Lots of actually chat's kind of hopping tonight. What's up,
Chat.
guys?
They came from the basement as well. I called them with my rats.
Your rats.
I called them with my rats. I say.
What
Can you
have
tell I
you
haven't streamed
been?
in a while?
Mm-hmm. What have you been up to, Anthony?
Oh, spawning. Yeah, we you ever,
Proliferating your kind.
well, you see, my concern was I decided to breed, and I have found the consequences of breeding is that everything after a while smells like spit up. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. I mean,
It
like that was
requires
your
a lot of
first.
cleaning.
That was your first mistake, Ant.
Mm.
Anyway. Oh, but I'm glad the kid's doing okay though. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, healthy. Oh yeah, I've forced photos of the baby on you
Mhm.
many times.
He's very cute.
So
He's
he's precious.
slowly looking more and more like a person rather than like a pink little potato. So that's exciting.
It's actually really strange. My mom sent me photos of me as a baby after my son was born, and the similarity between me and my child at like the same point in time,
You
aside
know,
from the eyes, is uncanny.
mhm. There's a theory, a scientific theory that the babies will look more like the dad early on in life, so that the dad, like, it's an evolutionary thing, so that the dad will be like, oh, that's me, that's mine. um
I mean,
thank you for the super chat
oh,
page. The dramatic reveal of Dadthony with working jaw.
I have a working jaw now. I figured out how to use reactive on another stream, and I've just applied it to everything ever since. It's great.
Yeah, we've been struggling a little bit with it. Like, last couple times I tried to help you with it, it's like I have no idea why it's not working.
I think they updated their entire thing, and
Yeah, I
whatever
think
they
so too.
jostled it out of the glitch I was having. So it worked out for me perfectly. So there you go. It all works out. It's fantastic. I can now speak on demand in videos like a true PNG tuber if I really wanted to.
Oh, you have been demanded, perhaps, a dad joke. Give us one. Hit us with one.
Oh God, on the spot too? Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Uh um uh um Hi son, I'm dad.
He's new at this, guys. Be patient. Be patient. He's practicing. He has to build up like a Rolodex of these. You know, he's just been a dad for like a month, so
not just 2.5 weeks at most.
oh my god.
It's no, actually not even 2.5. It's like yesterday was his second week, so like,
Oh wow.
yeah, it's wild. At some point, you may subtly hear the sound of my baby making noise. That's to be expected. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine.
No, yeah, that's okay. Here on the Crimson Ender channel, we don't hate babies. It's a difficult burden to bear, but
I'm so sorry.
I do it proudly. I do it proudly.
You're very brave. You're very brave for that.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So you know the reason we're here, right?
To hang out because we're friends.
Well, I mean, I was also hoping to like do like a topic.
You enjoy
like
my company. You enjoy my
I mean,
company and want to hang out, and
I do.
I got some. I got some drinks for the occasion. I was gonna chat. I was gonna show the entire chat photos of my baby like pooping. It was gonna be great.
Actually, we're gonna do a tier list.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Yeah. Too. Like, no offense. I mean, I do love hanging out with you, but we're gonna.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I understand. It's fine. I'm not upset at all.
All right. Well, I need to. Yeah, look at all those ads. Oh, we love that.
Oh yeah, ads are the best on YouTube and on other sites. It's fantastic.
All right, so this is. I'm gonna have to move you a little bit. You're in the way. Get out of the way, Ant. Oh,
I'm in
hold
the
on.
way. Move
I
me.
gotta. I'll make you a little bit smaller, maybe. There you go.
Shrink me.
Calm the fuck down.
Moisturize me.
Calm
Moisturize.
down. Calm down, dude. Just chill a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So we are doing a tier list of spooky cartoons. Originally, I was going to do like an edited video covering a couple spooky cartoons, but I realized that I don't like making videos that like are listicles, so we're doing a stream instead.
Listicles suck. From personal experience as a CBR writer, former CBR writer, I can confirm that listicles are exhausting and I hate them. Except for the one listicle I got them to include one time where I got them to talk about Legend of the Overfiend.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun because the editor wasn't paying attention and I slipped past actual that into it. So, okay, aside from that, they all stink.
I got another super chat. Crim and Anthony Grimoire. That's a great Halloween nickname.
Better than Graham Crack, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I love graham crackers, but anyway. Crim and Anthony Grimoire together again. Watch the Karloff as Monster Frankenstein trilogy's first time watching Bride and Son ever. Great time all around. Can I share a spicy opinion that's only semi-related to this stream?
Is it anything short of saying that Boris Karloff is the best Frankenstein monster? No. Go ahead, Krim. What were you gonna say? I'm curious. What was your argument?
I'm not a big Universal monster person, especially the ones that have like are based on like classic books. I tend to prefer the books. I find that a lot of the Universal monster movies kind of miss the point. They're kind of fun and in like a ooky spooky kind of way, but it's like I was very aware that it's an unfaithful adaptation, and I can never stop thinking about it whenever I interact with the property. Sorry.
Okay, so Krim, where in Canada are you again? I wanna debate this in person with.
So yeah, you square up there, buddy.
I obviously love the Universal monster films.
I know
but
you do.
They're not like. I don't watch them as like a faithful adaptation of the original. I think especially with both Dracula and Frankenstein, they're more inspired by the plays based on the novels. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's a little easier to digest. And others like The Mummy and The Wolfman aren't based on any works of literature. So it all works. Well, The Mummy's kind of a Dracula adaptation, but like in terms of structure and flow.
But as somebody that absolutely can't stand the modern Addams Day family stuff, I wonder if that's how, like, we'll see.
When you say modern, do you mean like the 90s on or like the animated movie onward?
The animated movie and Wednesday. I think that the 90s movies are fine because they still get the premise. And like the spirit of it is like a family that loves and supports and cares about one another is just as strange and odd in modern America as a family of monsters.
Yeah, agreed. Whereas the new ones, it's more like fantasy soap opera drama, especially Wednesday, which I love how it's attracted such like a sapphic shipping audience, and it is the one show will never get that sapphic beyond like teases.
I think that like you could do something with that. I had like a whole like idea that my idea for how you could swing that is that something happens to the rest of the Addams and you do like a sort of like a road trip / I don't know, like almost like a buddy cop kind of a thing where they're hunting down like this bigger, scarier monster that's like taken the rest of the Addams, and Wednesday teams up with a monster hunter who would ordinarily, want to hunt and kill Wednesday, but they're teaming up for whatever reason. Also, it turns out that the hunter herself is a monster. That's the little twist that you get in the middle. Something found family at the end, and then they become girlfriends. That's what I would do. I think that's more.
They'd have to date.
Yeah. But I think that would be more in line with the Addams family, and also obviously you would have these cutbacks to the Addams in the lair of the villain being like tortured and tormented, and they fucking love it. Like Matisha and Gomez are like, basically. You're such a great host. We haven't been able to be, we don't go out as much anymore. You know, like we have a family now. We haven't been over to, you know, and they're just like, and like the villain is like getting furious that they're just not cracking.
You see, that's the thing also that Wednesday doesn't get. It's too serious. Mm-hmm. And the Addams Family should always be a comedy. Like on some level, it needs to be a comedy.
Speaking of,
it's ingrained.
I'm going to add. I didn't add it. I should add it.
Addams Family cartoon.
Wednesday or Addams Family cartoon reboot.
The 70s.
There's that one too. There's that one.
I was going to say, because we're talking about like Addams Family and queerness. You can't get. I mean, look, it's ingrained in the cast of the original 70s cartoon. I mean, look at Pugsley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a trouser roll?
Well, do you know who voiced Pugsley in the 90s and the 70s Addams Family cartoon?
I do not.
Look up who voiced. I just want you to guess, of all the people in the world, who do you think voiced Pugsley in the 70s Addams Family cartoon? Because you'll never guess it unless you know the answer.
I have no idea. You should just tell me.
What if I told you? Oh crap! Drawing a blank of her name now. Of course, I'm like from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
yeah, Jodie Foster. There we go. It's Pugsley's Jodie Foster in the 70s cartoon. It's like one of her like first roles, like pre Taxi Driver.
Okay. Let me just update this list. Edit, and then I think we're going to be good to go.
Okay, but to answer the super chat before, the Boris Karloff trilogy of Frankenstein is the best of the Universal stories. I think Son is deeply underrated, and the fact that Son of Frankenstein is arguably the most parodied in terms of Young Frankenstein's parody of the Frankenstein story is kind of great, because everyone forgets about Son of Frankenstein, and so everyone thinks, oh yeah, Mel Brooks just thought of a guy who had his arm ripped out of its socket by the monster who has like a metal mechanical arm in his place, and he's like, no, that's from Son of Frankenstein. It's great.
And there's that one.
Also, the entire concept of Igor comes from Son of Frankenstein, which is pretty great.
Right.
Yeah, he's played by Bela Lugosi. I'm sorry.
Okay, submit. Okay, and also after the stream, I will give you guys the link to this tier list so you can fill it out for yourself. All right, pulling it back up. Okay, let's freaking go. Okay,
all right, let's do this.
So our first one, we're starting off on a bit of a controversial one for
given
reasons.
Recently and me and given me especially controversial.
Yes. Coraline.
Let's do it.
Coraline.
Henry Selick's Coraline. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think I used to be frustrated that it didn't reflect the book, but now I don't mind as much. Even though I do
hindsight's 2020 on that one.
Even though I do think the book is like honestly a stronger message. I think that I can still watch Coraline the movie, and we're actually watching that on Saturday together as part of our spooky movie marathon, the non-horror one, because we did the horror ones the other night. So Coraline's on that list, and I think that it not being really Neil Gaiman's vision makes it watchable. I still have like a Coraline t-shirt, so
it's a good movie. Henry Selick, I think, has always had a talent with like stop motion. I think his work with horror is incredible. I don't think we put it on the list, but James and the Giant Peach, I think, has some deeply disturbing visuals for a kids movie. And I think Coraline is just that element of horror that Selleck developed over time, distilled into one package.
Yeah.
I think it's extremely disquieting. I think there are a bit of points where it goes a little too long to get to the point. Like, I think there's a couple scenes that could have been trimmed a little bit, like before the horror really starts.
And it
But
also ultimately also doesn't, I find, really have a message the way that the book did.
no, yeah. But like, I don't know if it needs a message.
Yeah.
Like, I'm of the opinion that media for kids is best when it kind of brings, when you're able to kind of bring your own, take your own, get your ideas out of it. Kids don't like to be told what to do. So I think works that lead kids to their own conclusions, I think are a little more effective than those who are a little more transparent about it.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think, and it's difficult to be defensive of the book, but
I mean, it's a great book, but like, I think it's different to be defensive of a book than the author.
Yeah,
I think that's where it gets a little different.
Yeah, I don't care for Neil Gaiman anymore. I stopped reading him entirely, even though that was what was pulling me back into reading again. I've moved on to other things. I think that, like, I just
you're reading the Ice Barbarians series right now. I'm sure. I'm sorry.
I just find that the message in the book is so important, and it delivers it in a way that is more honest to kids about what bravery is than basically anything else. You know?
I think the other thing too is that in the film, Coraline is a little too in control of the situation.
Yeah. Oh, also,
like, she's a little too confident.
Somebody asked, "Whoa, I see Mona the Vampire and Freaky Stories. Is somebody Canadian on the stream?" Yeah, that would be me. I'm Canadian.
Oh yeah, Krim is from the Canadian land.
But I think I'd still put, personally, I think I'd put Coraline as a must-see classic.
Yeah, it's essential viewing. I think it's either it's one of the top two tiers, but I think must-see is the fairer of the two, because I do still have a couple of gripes about certain things.
Okay, so I'm gonna set the bar for what I think spooktacular perfection is, and so we're gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Okay, yeah, give us a standard of what you mean by that, so we can, like, not just throw things out.
Over the Garden Wall, hands down.
That's what I thought too. Okay,
I watch it every single year. I think it's one of the best cartoons ever made.
Period. Agreed. 100%. No, I'm with you on that one. That has to be that's the standard that's the peak standard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the standard for absolute peak.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to top that, to meet that. I'm not gonna say top it, just to meet it. It's gonna be hard. We'll see if any of these do.
I think there's at least one of them that I think is up there with it, but we'll see. But
you may hate a few of my takes as we go on, but we'll see what we think.
All right, so the next one is Alvin and the Chipmunk Meet the Wolfman. There's also Meet Frankenstein. Oh, another super chat. Thank you, Dylan, for the little maple leaf. Thank you very much. I eat those for dinner.
Too.
Oh, I did. My bad.
Andrew, yeah, a little bit before that.
Tumblr Hotman Frankenstein monster. I mean, that's just the Frankenstein monster from the book.
That's just the Hallmark Frankenstein right there. Hallmark Frankenstein is. But no, did you see the Hallmark Frankenstein video I did a couple weeks back? I mean, no one really did, but did you see it?
I listened to some of it, but no, I didn't. It wasn't being pushed either. It wasn't being pushed by the algorithm, I noticed.
It was not, yeah.
I usually get your stuff, like, pushed in my face for days, but, like, that one, I had to go looking for it.
Yeah, my Halloween vids haven't been pushed as hard. I think it's because my usual viewer base is there for, like, more comic book, political stuff.
Yeah.
And none of these are that. So I kind of like, okay, I'm doing this for myself. And then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program after that. So I think that's why the algorithm hasn't been pushing it as hard. But that's what you do whenever you take a risk with, like, any content. It always gets, there's the risk of it not getting pushed as hard.
Just saw Over the Garden Wall with the girlfriend for the first time last week. What an absolute delight. I wish there was more. Yeah, me too. Yes. But I kind of think that it's, like, good that, you know, that's one that I think that you don't, it's good that it's short. Leave you wanting more instead of getting sick of it. Also, I'm going to turn on some music.
Indeed. Some music is good.
Let's go with some Luigi's Mansion.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, perfect. All right. I think you can still hear Anthony all right.
Check that out. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
I can hear myself fine, so that's what matters.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the audio mixer and it looks fine. Okay, perfect.
Good. So Alvin and Chipmunks.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like this one. I kind of like this one. It's cute. Like,
and
it's cute.
And I love when Theodore turns into a little wolf. Is so cute.
Oh yeah, I love how okay. So first off, here's one thing you gotta know about me. I'm a sucker for anything werewolf related. If it's a werewolf, I'm down.
I know.
All the time. I love it. So for me, any werewolf story that draws from like the old Universal Wolfman movie, especially, I'm down for it. I also gotta say, Meets Frankenstein's not bad either.
Yeah, that kind of.
I think it was pretty fun.
I think I'm considering that like I'm just gonna put that there. I'm kind of collapsing them into one, but like the Alvin Halloween specials. I think they're decent. I don't think they're. I wouldn't call them. I would say mid-tier.
Yeah, they are very fine. Is the best way of putting it. I think.
Yep.
They are competently fine.
Yeah, they're competent, but if somebody's like, I don't want to watch that, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, you're not gonna lose any sleep over it. But I think especially now, as a father, I think like if I were to show my kid a spooky movie from Halloween when he's a little older, that would work. It could do worse. That's a good like kids first monster movie, Mm-hmm. I do think also it works as a fan of the Universal films because it does include a couple Easter eggs for like the old Universal movies, which I think is kind of neat. But small things. But what are you gonna do?
The next one I haven't seen. I forgot that this existed until one of my users or somebody that's like helping me arrange some events suggested we watch it on Saturday. Mad Monster Party.
Yes, this one is very underrated, I think. I have a soft spot for the Rankin Bass specials.
I do like
to an extent.
Bass.
What was it?
I do like Rankin Bass.
Yeah. No, I also kind of got to admit, I dig the okay, this is a bit of a sidetrack. The Life and Adventures, the Life and Times of Santa Claus, or whatever it's called. Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. Underrated, right? Like I'd say that's better than the majority of like their lesser Christmas specials. Like, but no one talks about it. But I've heard people talk about like, I don't know, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July more than I've heard people talk about Life and Adventures and Life of Times, whatever. The Frank Baum one. The Wizard of Oz guys Santa Claus story.
I think that one goes into hidden gem easily.
Easily. And I gotta say also, I love how King Kong resolves the entire conflict. Basically. Like it's basically as King Kong versus Universal at the end.
That's just the way that King Kong is, I guess.
Yeah, no. He just has to jump into any of those messes. It's great. Love it.
The next one I have not seen. It's called Making Fiends. Are you familiar with it?
I will say I am not familiar with this one, actually. I was going to hope that was one of the ones you knew about and you're going to tell me all about it. And I was like, oh yeah, Krim knows this. He'll tell me what's going on. It's fine.
I've had multiple people suggest it, but I have never seen it. I think it's a little past our time because I think it's a little newer.
It looks like Flash animation. It looks kind of like Foster's Home a little bit.
Yeah, a little. Let's do a little side quest. Making Fiends. A lot of people like it. That came out in 2008. So that was like, yeah. So like we would have been, like I would have been 16. Yeah.
Yeah, roughly the same.
I think we're both 1992 babies, right?
Yeah, I'm 91, but yeah, well,
Okay,
end of 91.
Yeah. So, yeah. We also graduated high school in 2010 then?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just missed the cutoff.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Well,
learning so much about each other on public on this one.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Okay, now looking at closer, it does not look as much like it went on for that long. 2023.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this is Canadian.
I would not be shocked if you're correct.
No, it's Nicktoons. Oh, there was a web series. Okay.
Oh,
So from the original, it went to October to November, and then there has been there's a Making Fiends web series, and that's the one that lasted. Yeah. Oh no.
Why is it 2023? It's bizarre.
Yeah, I guess IMDb is incorrect or something's incorrect. Anyway, yeah, no, I think it was a little bit too old for it when it came out, and it just never grabbed me. I was
too busy watching Inuyasha at like 4 a.m. to watch
It also might not have been syndicated in Canada. That happens sometimes.
That's true. I have no excuse then. I just have no excuse. I was too busy watching Freddy Krueger, I guess.
The next one is Stakes, the Adventure Time special where Marceline does the vampire stuff.
And that's the one with Rebecca Sugar's song, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, like, she did pretty much all the songs for Marceline, but yes.
No, where she actually sings?
Yeah. Let's Go in the Garden.
Yeah, it's the one.
Everything Changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's an earworm.
That me the feels, so that already gets me a little bit higher up. I also gotta say I love Marceline in Adventure Time. She's like my favorite character from that series. So I'm already biased in favor of this as an entry in Adventure Time, but how is it as a spooky cartoon? Because it's a story arc in a series.
It's actually its own. It's considered its own thing.
It is its own thing, but it's still an arc in a larger story. So that means you do have to have context to follow it. So it's not like with Alvin and Chipmunks where you don't need to know anything about Alvin to know what's going on. I do think a lot of the value you get out of it depends on how much of Adventure Time you've seen leading up to it. And I think Adventure Time is fantastic, but
it is not as accessible, and I think for that reason, maybe I'd put it in Hidden Gem, just because you do kind of have to work for it.
But it's also Adventure Time, so is it really hidden? It's like
that's true.
It's like one of those mainstream cartoons from Cartoon Network of the 2000s, 2010s.
I personally think that you can watch Stakes on its own.
I think you could. I think you can. You just might get a little confused at times, but I feel like you get more out of it if you've seen it like in context.
Yeah.
I'd say Hidden Gems is since if that's the ranking for like B, that's fair. I think.
Yeah. Well, not quite B. Like I did kind of want to make it qualitative, not just quantitative in terms of rankings. Yeah. I could add another tier.
Yeah, because it's not quite a hidden gem, but it's also not quite a must-see classic.
Yeah,
I'd say like
it's not
really good.
Yeah, we need like a good but not skippable one.
Yeah.
Let me see. Edit. And I think if we go... Oh, I'm going to have to show extra rows. No, I'm going to have to like... Let's see.
Not the super chat.
Let's go mid-tier and that like good. I don't know what's like good, but like let's just go. Yeah, let's go solid entry. Yeah, sure. Let's just do that.
I have a bit of an echo I'm seeing.
All right, do you? Is that me?
I don't know. I'm leaning back from the mic now. If that helps.
Because I don't hear it personally.
Yeah, I don't hear anything either. but I'm also only hearing myself talk, so that's a factor. Chat, everyone in chat, say this right now if I have an echo. That way we get a massive amount of engagement, and you tell me how I'm screwing up. Yeah. See my logic here?
Yep. I see. Well, it's not showing my extra rows. How dare you? And refresh. I don't know why it's not doing that.
Maybe right click.
Hold on. Oh, I think I understand what to do. Okay. Let's go edit and then go mid-tier, skippable. We'll make your Halloween worse. And then let's go solid entry. And then submit. And no, I'm still not seeing it. Click here to add images. Huh. Well, I think we might have to put it in mid-tier then, because I think it might be the closest.
Wait, here's an idea. One more idea. You see on the right corner of the rows, the little gear?
Yep.
Click that.
Okay. Add row.
See? There you go. That's how you do it.
Okay. We'll go green. We'll figure this out. Mid-tier. We'll go damn. Put that there. Rename that. Go solid entry. Yeah. Let's change the color of this because now it's going to bother me.
There we go.
There. Okay.
Glorious.
Perfect. We've got one in each row now. Okay.
It's
so
fantastic.
We're going to actually let's also go
didn't watch.
Add row below.
Simple
I
OS,
messed that up. Will make your Halloween worse. I'm so professional. And then that's not showing up. Okay, here we go. There we go. And we'll just throw that in there. Perfect. Okay, the next one. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Do you have Growing Up Creepy in Edgar and Ellen? We don't. I'm not going to add any more at this point just because it's a bit of a headache. But we don't. I think we got a good collection. We could add more and more until. Yeah, we got quite a bit. The next one is Disney Sleepy Hollow.
Yes, that is technically a classic. It's probably the most faithful, accessible version of Sleepy Hollow out there. Okay, here's a hot take for you, though.
Yep.
Are you ready for my hot take? That's gonna make a lot of people probably really angry.
I
kind of love the Tim Burton Sleepy Hollow a little more than the standard version of Sleepy Hollow.
I liked that. I think it was an ABC show.
Oh yeah, that was a good one too. The ABC show was pretty good. The time travel one.
Yeah, the time traveling one, and it had a crossover with Bones for no reason.
So does that mean that Bones is like supernatural?
Yes, actually, because psychics exist in Bones.
That's fair. But like that Sleepy Hollow had like some weird monsters in it. Didn't like have like some certain entities that you cannot speak the name of based on Native American folklore?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're also Sleepy Hollow went down the shitter because they were very disrespectful of their lead actress. To the point that she
that.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that part. Yeah, that does suck. I hate it.
It was on Fox, not ABC. Same difference, whatever. I don't care.
They're all the same now.
Sleepy Hollow. I would put that as a must-see classic, I think.
Can't wait for the Gen Z remake called EP Hollow. That's terrible. I hate that. I hate that will happen.
All right. Next one.
Real
Real
Monsters.
Monsters.
Okay, I have complex feelings in this show.
Me too.
Because I grew up with it,
Me too.
and I loved it as a kid.
Me too.
I've also have since watched some of it as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Does not hold up, like even remotely,
I think
not even a little.
because it's Klasky. It's a Klasky Scuba. A Klatsky.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that one. The one that did Wild Thornberries and Rugrats.
Yeah,
I think it's one of their
Thornberries is better.
weakest.
I think Thornberries is much better.
I think it's their weakest cartoon. I would call this one skippable.
Yeah, and it's a shame because I actually did grow up with it, and I do have a lot of fondness for it. But like, it's just, I also get a kick out of the crossover episode that they did with Rugrats.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of goofy, but like, there's something about it that's so. It's very distinct. I like the monster designs. That's really cool. But there's something just very unremarkable about it and very uneven that later horror cartoons and even its contemporaries did a lot better.
Yep.
I also can't tell you what happens in any of the episodes.
Yeah.
Like, none of them stand out to me. Years later.
It is riding hard on the Klatsky Scuba. That one company, it's riding hard on the aesthetic, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this, the vampire episode of Wild Thornberries is a better horror episode than anything in Real Monsters.
Uh-huh.
And I know that because I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I remember the designs, but it's like, I don't fucking know what the show is about.
Yeah, it's about monster school, basically. That's all it is. It's Harry Potter with monsters, but they scare people.
Now, the next one is Ruby Gloom.
Ruby Gloom. This is your wheelhouse, I think. Right? It's one of them Maple Leaf shows. Is that right?
Yeah, a surprising number of these are Canadian, actually.
There you go.
It just seems because Canadian companies tend to be more okay with making more offbeat experimental cartoons and risking it a little bit because of how payment structure works with film and animation in Canada. So they can it's smaller studios, not backed by big corporations, or they get commissioned from a corporation out of the country, so they can kind of afford to be a little bit more risky. Which is the case with Ruby Gloom. Was commissioned by someone because it started off as a clothing brand.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this one. Okay. Now I remember the story for this one. Okay.
It's very cute. I think it's great for young audiences. I do think it holds up, but again, it's like, it's young. Like, that's the target audience, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's fun if you're between the age of like 7 and maybe 15.
Yeah.
But like for like somebody in their 30s, I'm just like, this is a little soft for me.
Yeah, which makes sense.
I'm gonna put it in mid-tier because it's good, but like I do think it's genuinely good. It looks great, it's fun, the designs are amazing, but it's like nothing to write home about. Yeah,
that's fair.
Next one though.
What is that? I can barely see the poster.
It's the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Yes. Okay. Let's do this.
Now, before we go any further, I feel like would you be okay if we watched Are you able to hear my sound, by the way? You should be able to hear it.
I can hear the sounds you have on your computer, yes.
Okay, perfect. Can we watch the season 1 and season 2 intro for Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Because they're so good. They're so good.
They're so incredible. They are probably better than the contents that follow it. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe. I mean, I personally like it. Like the show.
Yeah,
I think it's super fun.
It's a good show. I like the show more than the movie. If that's I'm not sure if that's a hot take.
Me too. That's yeah. That was actually what part of what I was going to be talking about this week. But anyway, let's watch it. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Oh, I should probably
Yeah, let's get out of Luigi's Mansion for a second there. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, this is so much fucking charisma in these two intros. These are both of them.
It's so incredible.
So that's the first
How can you
one.
not love that? How can you not watch that and go, yeah, I want to see the rest of the show? Like, it's great.
We're just getting started because the second intro is even fucking better. Oh my god.
So much better. Oh my god. Yes.
Okay, ready? You ready?
Go for it. Go for it.
It's showtime!
Just
amazing.
So great.
And yes,
so great. Okay,
Canadian animation too, as well.
Trim, would you say that everything Beetlejuice, other than the Tim Burton movies, is the best Beetlejuice?
I mean,
I love the movie too, but like, it's like
I do like the Tim Burton movies. I haven't sat down and watched through the entire thing, but I actually don't really like the stage musical.
I like it enough.
I think Beetlejuice is a little too pathetic and whiny.
That's true, but like at the same time, also I'm not gonna lie, Beetlejuice in the movies is also kind of a chaotic, like just monster, which is great too. But
yeah,
I feel like every adaptation tries to make Beetlejuice more friendly and more like welcoming, whereas like in the movie, he's like a smelly little cretin who's just like there.
I feel like the musical tried to combine both Beetlejuices and it just didn't work for me.
That's fair. That's fair. I do like the music in that musical though. So I will say that.
Yeah,
I do gotta say, I'm reasonably confident that this cartoon is partially responsible, along with Night Before Christmas, for making every 90s kid like think Tim Burton was a genius.
Yeah, even though he isn't really responsible for either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the best Tim Burton is things Tim Burton did not make.
Yeah, he produced them, but and he developed the show. Like he came up with the concept, but he didn't write it, and he wasn't involved in the art process.
Yeah,
I think so the intros are amazing, and again, like peak Canadian animation in my opinion. The plot of Beetlejuice though, like the episodes are kind of they're fine. I ate it up as a kid, and I've gone back and I've watched it a couple times. but I would say that it's nothing. I wouldn't put it like above Coraline or anything. I think it's
I say it's better than Avio Monsters though.
I think I'd put it in Hidden Gem because I think that honestly a lot of people haven't seen the cartoon.
Yeah, I think it's the definition of a hidden gem. It was very popular for its very specific niche audience in the 90s.
And there's like
we're like 30 years removed from that.
And there's like 109 episodes. Like there's a lot of episodes of Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, no, they would like do this all the time on Cartoon Network. It would air constantly in the 90s on Cartoon Network, but like in weird time slots. It was
one of their very first children's cartoons to go on like a daily slot in the weekday afternoons, like one of the very first ever.
But it was the kind of thing you only watched like when you were on summer break, because it always aired when you were at school.
It not for me.
Well, you're lucky.
I watched it all the time because it was syndicated. It was syndicated right in Canada. I didn't see it on the original network. It was syndicated in Canada, and by the time I got home, I could watch it. When I did have cable, because I didn't always have cable.
See, for us, it was like on like when you were in school and you got back just when the bus dropped you off right as the episode was ending.
If memories was.
You would get the credits basically. You wouldn't get the cool intro, and you'd be like, "Oh, you just watched Beetlejuice. Next up is Toonami." I don't know.
Kids are spoiled today because they can just watch whatever they want whenever they want. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's why Sailor Moon took forever to pick up because it was like just aired at like weird times. Anyway, but we have to get the peak though.
Courage the Cowardly Dog is next.
Yes. Okay, so must-see classic, right? Are you gonna fight?
No, I'm not gonna fight it. I just don't have any strong opinions about Courage the Cowardly Dog. I never have. I think it's fine, but I just never cared about it very much. It's not really.
Okay, Cram. Let me tell you a story. All right? I want you to get in the headspace that I'm talking about. You're on a summer vacation with your family, right? And it's like 11. It's like 10:30. Adult Swim doesn't air until like another half hour, and you're flipping through channels, and your parents are asleep, and there's a new show that came out called Courage the Cowardly Dog, and you saw like the short that like that the show's based on like Scooby-Doo videotapes or whatever, so you're familiar enough with the concept. All right. And so you get this episode, and it opens up with the family getting this Egyptian slab, right? And thinking, oh, it's gonna be a mummy. It's gonna be a mummy thing. It's gonna be like a Curse of the Mummy's tomb, because you know your horror tropes enough to know when a mummy's coming. And you see the mist coming, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be a mummy or something, like a big bandaged mummy. And they open the door, and you see the scariest CG monstrosity telling you to return the slab or suffer the curse. And you're like, what is this? Why is it moving like that? Why are the arms bending that way? And you get this sudden, immediate wave of like Uncanny Valley at like way too young an age, at way too late at night, and you're just immediately creeped out. It's like the first time you saw like Marble Hornets, and you saw like the engineer. I'm sorry, not Slenderman, the engineer, and you get this sudden sense of, dear God, why does it look so wrong? And the animal part of your brain goes into instinct. But you're 7.
Yeah,
and it's the first time
also,
you see CG
it's
on like
not the engineer, it's the operator.
Oh, I'm sorry, the operator. I'm getting my names mixed up here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Marble Hornets lore enthusiasts.
I would say solid entry for Courage.
Oh, I would say it's
classic.
You know what? Yeah. Okay. Here's the problem though with Courage. For every like episode, and mind you, the episode's like 15 minutes long, 13 minutes long. For every like really good episode, there's like 5 garbage ones. That's the problem. So like, yeah, you have like the moments that are burned into your brain, like the whole "you're not perfect" scene and all that. But then you get like 15 that are like just dumb, like stupid episodes. And even like ones with scary scenes can also be really dumb. Like there's one episode that's just about like people forget this with the Return to Slab episode, the whole Ramses whatever. That's the A episode. The B episode of that one is, I think, Muriel's foot, or Eustace's foot becomes infected and overtakes his body. It's about an evil foot, and the toes are like mafia, like classic 40s mob henchman stereotypes.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
We just went from
what am I
peak to
watching?
this.
Yeah.
Like we went from
exactly.
peak terror to this nonsense. So like for every good episode, there's something really stupid just around the corner.
But some of the good ones are real good.
Yeah, the peak is must-see classics. When Courage is good, it's top-tier children's horror. But when it's bad, you memory hole it. So you forget it exists.
Yeah. Yeah. I think then I feel pretty confident with it being a solid entry.
What's the one episode that gave you like issues with dreams later on? Gave you nightmares and all that later on?
None of them, I'll be honest with you. Courage did not did not stay with me.
You monster.
I know.
You monster. I was gonna say like, oh, the one with the crazy barber who like shaves Courage, and it's like it's just an episode about being shaved, and somehow it's like the most disquieting, horrifying thing as a kid. And then you're like, actually, in hindsight, that was really stupid, but it worked. But it's stupid. Or like the weird tree with the human face that's like photorealistic animation on a tree bark, but like the rest of it's just a tree.
There is a later entry when we get to it that I think is scarier than Courage, and I think that's why Courage never got to me.
That's fair. Oh, there are a few here that are like deeply unsettling works of animation.
The next one.
So I'm down for that.
The next one is Mona the Vampire.
Okay, this I have not seen.
It's adorable. It's based on a book. And the premise is that this little girl who has a very, very active imagination. You know the Bailey School kids where it's like vampires don't wear braces, like that sort of thing. It's very similar to that premise, except she herself and her two friends, they dress up as like these like superhero monsters. She's a vampire, and they try to like. Oh, my babysitter's a robot. What is she gonna do? And it's usually like tackling some sort of childhood fear. Like there's one where she gets really worked up about the concept of black holes.
In fairness, that's not too unreasonable.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And so she uses her imagination, and by the end of the episode, like she has conquered her fear, but she's using her imagination to do so, or she has solved a problem, but her imagination has, played a big part of it. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But if you like the Bailey School kids, you'd probably like Mona the Vampire. It is, I will say this, it is very much like, 90s kids cartoon that is running between ads. Plots are very simple and easy to grasp.
That's fair.
It's another one that is a little young, but I think it's great that there are like options for kids that might be a little bit different to be exposed to stuff like Ruby Gloom and Mona the Vampire. I would honestly put Mona the Vampire in the same tier as Ruby because they're great for younger audiences. I probably am not going to sit down and binge. Because I think that's the problem, is that they were never made to be watched like that.
Yeah, and you have to kind of adjust. You have to kind of reapproach your expectations like that when you approach shows like this.
Yeah, but I think it's mid tier. I think it's pretty good. And if you have kids, I would definitely suggest checking out Mona the Vampire because it's very adorable. And the art style is amazing. You can't really see it, but let me see if I can find. I might let's show the intro to Mona the Vampire.
Yeah,
the intro is also a bit of an earworm.
Oh hell yeah!
It it goes hard for. I mean, like maybe not hard, but like it's like good for no reason. Why is there multiple? Okay. It's kind of jazzy or actually, I don't know what to call this genre of music, but.
Here's a nice normal girl in an ordinary world. Show us your fangs. Yay, Mona! Life goes on like it's weird, soon it's everything you
You know what that makes me think of? Actually, I realized I was trying to think what it made me think of, and now I know.
Mhm.
The Deke Sailor Moon insert songs, like
Wouldn't surprise me because I'm pretty sure it's Nelvana.
that would make a lot of sense. So it's in that same whole ballpark,
Yeah, yeah.
because like it has that same like kind of pop, bubblegum pop, but also like
pop punky.
90s.
Yeah, yeah. There's like like there is a in Canada the genre that like there's this weird where they kind of merge pop and alternative is very popular here and always has been. Where it's like it's poppy, but it's kind of and it's kind of blending both, and it's like easy to listen to, but it still has like a bit of edge to it. Like you get that like with all kind of alternative genres, like your punk, your garage kind of music. You got fucking ska. You got a lot of ska pop as well. Like
Yeah,
I like ska. It's not my favorite. Actually, I saw like I don't want to go on it for too long, but I saw like went to a jazz festival a couple years ago, and I like found there was a ska band playing there, and I was like, I fucking love these guys, and I bought their T-shirt. J-Man and the 45s, I think they're called. But anyway,
see, ska's fun. I think for me, for some strange reason, whenever I think of ska, and it's not fair to ska because it's not remotely like it. I think of polka.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why my brain goes to that. And when I think of polka, I think of the movie Home Alone, where John Candy is part of a polka band. And I just think of John Candy whenever I think of ska. That's my logic. That's my that's my
they
thought
put a lot
process
of
there.
they put a lot of ska in the American adaptation of Digimon for no reason.
Which was a choice.
That was
good
a choice.
though.
Why did we put ska in Digimon?
There's a lot of questions about Digimon. That's the least of them. Digimon's having a moment though.
Yeah, I love Digimon. Raccoon says that you look like a guy that listens to ska. So
excuse me. I listen to Swedish death metal, actually. I'm quite not Swedish death metal, Swedish black metal. Mm-hmm. I myself would have gone to the concerts where they threw pig organs at the audience.
I like alternative music, especially goth music, but I also do like ska and punk. I would say that goth, ska, and punk are probably up there for me.
Wait,
but
Krim,
I don't like
you like goth stuff. You're one of them goth boys. Is that right?
Yeah.
Were you also disappointed? Were you also disappointed by the Crow remake, like I am?
I've been avoiding it.
I remembered it existed the other day, and I felt very sad.
Yeah. But yes, Moon of the Vampire, good. The animation is surprisingly clean, and it's hand drawn. So like in an era where things were starting to shift over to Flash, it's completely hand drawn, and I just love like the clean art style. Oh, JJMW. Oh, JJW Mayzoon. I will not hear slander against Weird Al's best work.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. Well, I mean, polka. Oh yeah, polka. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought of John Candy in a fake polka band before I thought of Weird Al and polka. I'm very sorry about that. That I should apologize for that. That is my fault. That is my problem.
All right, the next one is Drac Pack.
Yeah. Okay.
So right here. It's going there.
So Kim, how did you describe this show to me originally? What was the way you phrased it? It was there's this 80s cartoon with a vampire that was a Twinkie. Had the most twink. This vampire twink with the what was the adjective you used to describe
Cunty.
How he smirked? There you go.
Cunty as hell. Drac Pack. They made him so cunty and gay looking for. This is just every gay friend group.
It really is. What the fuck is that? That's spider. It's a big fucking spider. A big spider's descended on my head. I love it.
Happy Halloween. Here they are.
There you go. Just dropped on my head. I'm like, that's a big ass spider. That's great.
I will also show off some art I was doing that again, we switched gears a little bit for this one, but it's fine.
It's fine.
I was originally going to do like a little redraw of, or like a redesign of some of the characters. But I ended up not taking the video in the direction that I originally intended. But I'll show you the sketch that I made. Or the line art that I made for that. I didn't end up getting to the coloring phase. Because I think if I got into animation one day, knock on wood, I would love to get back into it because I used,
Yeah, we can always try something. Who knows?
yeah, I would love to reboot Drac Pack. Anyway, here are my designs of like the modernized characters. I'm pretty pleased with them.
Okay, so
I was thinking
the one on the right is the werewolf boy, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Has good werewolf energy.
Howler is like they're all such great characters. The one I kind of have the one I have issues with is Frankie. I feel like he has potential, but they make him. He's one who's like, I'm a big stupid guy, and that's the joke.
Himbo.
But it's not like, okay. So here's my pitch.
Okay.
Here's how I change some of them, or specifically Frankie, because I think that he's the one that needs to be changed. Himbo, yes, but book smart.
Yeah. I think socially stupid.
Absolutely fucking like has absolutely no street smarts. The thing is that all three characters are idiots. That's kind of where a lot of the humor comes in, is that they're all like kind of dumb. But in their own ways. Like Drax kind of arrogant, and very naive. He keeps getting himself in traps and or kidnapped.
Which work.
Frankie, again, I feel like it's a wasted potential. He has some interesting moments. He can be a little bit puckish. But I feel like if you made him book smart, but kind of like shy and awkward and like not very street smart, I think that would work more for the character. And also very much a Clark Kent type, I think would work well for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Clark Kent in My Adventure with Superman.
Yeah, and then
either that or like Gowrie from Slayers.
Yeah, and then Howler's kind of like this big scaredy cat.
Love him.
Yeah, and he'll come up, and they have like that whole bit of like Frankie and Howler will come up with a great idea, and Drag's like, no. I'll think of something, and then he just comes up with the same idea. I know, and he'll just it's like one of their classic bits. The interesting thing though is it came out in when did it come out again? 1980. I think it was 1980.
1 year, yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. The episodes are really formulaic, but I think it's really fun to watch. If you like Hanna-Barbera, if you like old Scooby-Doo and like Huckleberry Hound and Yogi Bear, if you like that, you'll like please watch Drac Pack. It's so fun. And I think it deserves a reboot. I think like because like Hanna-Barbera just has not acknowledged its existence like
at
45 years.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I wonder if it's because they're based on the Universal monsters. Like, is there some licensing problems there?
Well, the thing is, the thing about Frankenstein is the design of Frankenstein that Boris Karloff wear is trademarked by Universal.
I heard
and that looks like it's more inspired by that. They are because it's so that's because of parody law. Right. It's one of the most parodied monsters of all time. So legally, they can't really sue you if you're parodying the monster.
But it's not. I don't know if it's a parody because it's like we're their direct descendants.
I think that's kind of where the ambiguity kind of comes into play.
Yeah,
and that's also why most like Frankenstein adaptations don't go for the same appearance, but a lot of commercials do.
Mm-hmm.
because a commercial will be like, "Oh, we're making fun of this classic scene," but like
Mm-hmm.
a full show is like, "Oh, you're just taking the entire IP we just
Yeah.
forged from the works of Mary Shelley," and
Well,
that's also why Hallmark Frankenstein looks like Severus Snape.
hopefully when the Universal monsters go into public domain, like for real, like the Universal monster versions of them.
You mean like in about 10 years?
Yeah, maybe we'll get
Like,
Jack back.
Yeah, I mean it's coming. It's certainly coming, and then we'll get cheap horror knockoffs of the great horror films.
Yeah, maybe
Just like God
maybe I'll
intended.
be enough established enough to be like, please, please, please give it to me, please. Um,
I love it. I love it.
that's the
this.
pipe dream. I don't know if it'll ever come true, but I can make my little fan art until then.
That's fair. That's fair.
The next one is
What's next?
Grizzly Tales for Gruesome. I've never seen it. It's British apparently. It's kind of
what?
Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids or something.
I do not know.
It's
what
kind
this
of.
is.
I looked it up a little bit. It's kind of like Tales from the Crypt Keeper and Freaky Story, and that it's a horror anthology, but I've never seen it.
Wait, let me look this up because I think because looking at the image, it's triggering something in my brain.
Mm-hmm. Let's look it up. Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids, I think it's called. Oh, and it came out in there's a 2000s version, but I think there's like an older version. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen the books before. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was younger.
I think I've seen the books too.
But it's like I've never seen it though.
Yeah.
But it almost looks claymation. It looks like it's computer, but it almost looks like stop motion.
Well, the original one I think came out in like the 70s or the 80s or the 90s, so it's like before that. But like then there's a new one that came out in 2000, which was computer animated.
I see. That makes sense. Yeah. It looks cool. Never seen it though, so I can't speak for it.
Yeah, same here. I was hoping that you had seen it, so I'll just check it in. I didn't watch.
Yeah. It looks really cool though.
Somebody said you'd think how often they adapt Scooby-Doo, they'd have them do something with the Drac Pack in one of those movies. I hope so. I would be over the moon if they did that. But also,
they gotta have
I
a
just think
crossover with Joker again.
I also think that Hanna-Barbera should just let me have it because I could do such a good job. I have so many
You've been
ideas.
a good boy. You deserve it.
Exactly.
You've been a good boy all year.
I've been a good boy all year. Give me it. You're not using it. Next one's Frankenweenie.
Okay. Hot take.
Mm-hmm.
Not that good a movie.
I agree. I don't care about Frankenweenie.
Yeah, I think the original's better, and the original's not animated, so there you go.
It is skippable, I think.
Very skippable.
I think it's like I think it's one of the first ones that a lot of people watch these days if they're like, I fucking love Tim Burton. But I think Tim Burton's overrated for one thing. And for another thing, I just think Frankenweenie is just one of the weaker things on the list.
By the way, next week my Tim Burton video comes out. Promoting it now. Yeah. So, Crib, you get to draw me as a Tim Burton character.
Oh, I'm so excited. I actually love drawing in the Tim Burton style. I call it the Tim Burton style, but there is some rumors that it was actually a partner at the time.
Would not even shock me. Would not shock me.
Crowdfund the Crimson Ender produced Drac Pack revival. That is literally my dream. I would love that. If anything, if my YouTube channel could go anywhere, if it went in the direction of being able to make something like a Drac Pack revival, that would, but there's so much issues with that. Like it's the aforementioned licensing problems with the Universal monsters and Hanna-Barbera. And then,
True.
Making a cartoon is challenging, but anyway.
True. So what's next? Better Hell of a Boss?
Yes, Invader Zim, which is fucking Invader Zim is peak. I didn't add Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel, and
there's no need to.
You can't.
There's
no need to. There's no need to. It would probably go in the bottom tier if they were on the list. But
sorry,
anyway.
Hazbin Hotel, Hell of a Boss fans. I'm not. one of them. I'm sorry.
Actually, I'm not sure. I don't
No.
know if I'd put it in spectacular. You know what? I think I'm gonna put. I think must see classic because I think it's so good. If you want
Invader
to watch
Zim?
us,
Yeah.
yeah. But I wouldn't put it in spectacular perfection. I think that it doesn't quite. It's so good. It just falls. I will. I'll put it.
It's also so strange. I feel like Over the Garden Wall is like one of those shows that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah. That
Whereas
even if you
Invader Zim,
exactly.
whereas Invader Zim, it's really loved by a certain audience, but
Yeah.
I cannot like I would recommend Over the Garden Wall to my mother, and I think she'd love it. If I told my mom to watch Invader Zim, she'd look at me as though I was like insane. That's my metric for like the peak of entertainment. Like, can everyone enjoy this? Yes, then it's probably
Exactly
the number one recommendation. This is more like weird, creepy gremlins will love Invader Zim, which is why we like it so much.
Yeah, I adore Invader Zim. I think, I think for our spectacular perfection, it's very much like I could suggest this to non-horror and potentially even non-cartoon fans, and I have for Over the Garden Wall.
Oh yeah, but Zim is a very specific taste.
Yeah, but it's so good.
But must see classic for sure. It is incredible.
The next one is The Halloween Tree, which I might have watched once upon a time, but like I think I memory hold it.
The Ray Bradbury adapted work. Halloween Tree is absolutely a hidden gem. It is based on a fantastic Ray Bradbury story, and it's a fairly good adaptation. It has some really good moments. It has the Halloween vibes perfectly. It is the definition of a hidden gem, and it's very underwatched, I feel.
Maybe I'll look into it because I looked at some of the posters and it looks a little interesting.
It is. Feel like it's not life changing though, but it's good.
I swear I've seen it, but I definitely like sucked that crack into my brain at some point.
Oh, absolutely. I would say it's fair.
Next one
is
Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride is the best necrophiliac stop motion comedy ever made.
I think it's a must-see classic.
I don't know if I agree with that. I'll be honest. I think it's solid. I don't I'm not in love with Corpse Bride as much as everyone else. And in fact, because I'm doing a Tim Burton retrospective and watched every Tim Burton movie in the process of making it and spent many hours researching Tim Burton, I like it less than I did when I started the retrospect. I will be honest with you. I think it's good, but I don't think it's great. Is what I'm getting at.
I can accept that. I can accept that. And you know what? I don't think it is better than okay. Yeah, no, I can accept that. I will say that Danny Elfman's music, it fucking hits every goddamn time though. The music in Corpse Bride is so good. Like the musical numbers are amazing.
But you can say that about every single Tim Burton Danny Elfman score.
You're right.
That's the thing.
You're right.
The score is usually better than the movie for 9 out of 10 of them.
You're right.
Because it does elevate every scene. I do think the music is really jazzy in Corpse Bride, which I dig. I love that little
jazz
contrast between the jazzy underworld stuff and like the melodic kind of mournful, sad music of the human world. I like that.
Yep.
I also think that Corpse Bride walked so Coco could run.
Yep. Also, Corpse Bride is one of the movies that we're watching on the server on Saturday. So, if you want to do that, if you want to watch movies with us, make sure you subscribe to my Patreon. And
subscribe to Crim's Patreon.
Yeah.
Now,
for as little as $1 a month, you only have to donate once. I'm not gonna kick you out. It's just a little baby gate. Yeah.
Okay, so what's next? Totally Spies? That is pretty scary.
It's actually not Totally Spies. It's made by the same people. It's called Martin's Mysteries.
Right, but does it have a fetish in every episode? Because if not, what's even the point of talking about it? I'm kidding.
It absolutely does. It's the same. It's the same. There's a lot of goo.
Oh God, I was joking. I wasn't being serious.
Yeah, there's a lot of goo.
These guys love to. These guys all were on DeviantArt, weren't they? When they made these shows, so it feels that way with some of them.
I am going to
Book
put
of
it
Life
in.
is underrated. I saw that in the comments. Book of Life is underrated. I will say that. I saw someone mention it in comments.
Book of Life is really good, but I'm not. I
Book of
didn't
Life.
put it here because it's not like a Halloween one. It's like a.
Day of the Dead
I
more
wouldn't.
than anything else.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't know. I find it disrespectful to like lump like that.
Agreed.
Yeah. So like I think it's not really the same thing. Um. But anyway, I would put Martin Mysteries in Hidden Gems.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
There's like a
I've never
lot
seen
of,
it, so it's hidden.
Yeah. It's another Canadian one. There's like a it's kind of like X-Files for kids, I would say.
Oh, that's fair. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Conceptually,
fun. It's fun.
neat.
Yeah. And one of the main characters is a Neanderthal, so we love that. Okay, the next one is Scary Godmother.
I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's mid. It's mid in my opinion.
I know a lot of people like it, but good actually. I put it in skippable.
Yeah, it's mid or skippable. I think.
Here's
the animation is very.
It's made by the same people that did Reboot, and it does not work. I don't really like Reboot to begin with. Sorry, I know, but
controversial take.
But I just don't like looking at it. I'm sure the plot is fine, but I just can't look at it. But it really doesn't look good.
It's
for
very
more
off-putting.
realistic characters, especially when you give them the dot eyes. Like there's a couple characters with dot eyes. Also, you know how in the Hocus Pocus movie, there's a child character, and she's like the worst part about the movie because it's like, oh my god, this child actor is so annoying.
100% yes.
Same problem with Scary Godmother, but it does not have the Sanderson sisters. Like it's like a rip off of it's like what if the Hocus Pocus bitches were good people? Like what if Bette Midler and Jessica Parker and I can't remember the other one's name. What if they were nice? What if it was a nice witch instead? And it's like I want to see a bad bitch. I don't want to see a nice bitch or a nice witch. Like I want that's why people like Hocus Pocus.
Listen, at this point, Krim, have you ever seen Dario Argento's Suspiria?
I have not.
Okay, so the witch in Suspiria, I think, is the model of what all witches should be in media. Just absolutely terrifying and more frightening from the influence around them than them themselves. Like you barely see that witch. The witch shows up for a couple of frames in the whole movie.
I mean,
but her presence is in every scene.
I do like the campy witch thing. Like, I do love Hocus Pocus. And I think, the thing is that I think that that's the energy that it's trying to capture. And I just don't think it does it very well.
Also, another good witch that's fantastic from a recent movie that even saying there's a witch in this movie is a spoiler. There is a certain horror film that came out this year with a witch as the main character, and it's fantastic. It's a horror movie that, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, with the greatest reference to Ferris Bueller's Day Off at the end, and it's absolutely great.
Mm-hmm.
And one of you have seen this movie in the comments, and I'm sure you're laughing right now. The rest of you are confused, but I'll accept that. I can live with that.
Thank you for the super chat page. I was today years old when I realized what I thought was Martin's Mysteries was actually Archie's Weird Mysteries the whole time. And we'll get there because that's also on the list. But yeah. Shall we go on to the next one?
Yes, that would be the Men in Black cartoon, right?
Yeah.
I think this is a hidden gem. I actually really like the Men in Black cartoon.
It was kind of stylish. I liked the animation was a little weird, but like it's fun.
Yeah, it's a little stiff and a little janky. The same guys did the Godzilla cartoon, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like the Men in Black one. And I like how it has like the thing with the Men in Black movies that after the first one I always wanted to see was like a sense that there are these like reoccurring cases and there are these monster of the day cases and there's like big cases that like overlap and go on past the events of like one singular day. And I think that Men in Black lends itself very well to a series with Monster of the Week versus like lore episodes,
Mhm.
and I think the cartoon really delivered. And I like how they have really cool alien designs, and I just like it. It's good stuff.
Yep. Agreed. Now, I can't see the title on this one, but this is a Disney, like, Donald Duck, and I can't...
That's one of those old ghost ones, right? I forget the name. Those were
Yeah.
all really good. A lot of those cartoons are really solid, but like,
Let me see if I can...
I think
get
solid
that.
more than anything else.
Let me see if I can open the actual image. Give me a second. Up here somewhere, because I can't remember what it's called. But I've seen it, and I do like it. But it's just... Yeah. Where is it? There it is. Lonesome Ghosts. Is what it's called. I don't have any hard feeling. I don't have any hard opinions about it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's solid.
But,
Good stuff.
yeah, let's put it in solid because it's fine. Now the next one is Archie's Weird Mysteries.
Yes.
Okay. Archie's Weird Mysteries. Like,
I like it when
so
Archie's comics is a horror story.
Here's the thing. Archie's Weird Mysteries walked so Riverdale and the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina could fall flat on their faces.
Yes, and I love that. I love that for them.
I'm putting it...
Everyone involved.
I'm putting that in Hidden Gems because I don't think a lot of people have seen Archie's Weird Mysteries. Do we want to see the intro to that one too to kind of give people a little taster?
Yes, I do agree. And also, if you haven't read the comics for Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, you should. Those comics are great. The show is loosely based on them, but the comics have just such a deeply great, haunting vibe to them, which I love.
Personally, I think that defeats the purpose of Sabrina. The whole point is that Sabrina, despite being a witch, is just like any other teenager. And it's like, okay, but what if she was? I think it's the same problem with Wednesday, where it's like, okay, but what if she was spooky and everything was creepy? And it's like, well, the point is that it's not spooky and creepy. Like, that's why, that's the bit. That's the point, is that she's just a teenager.
I agree.
Who happens to be a witch.
I think it works as a side, like, what if?
Yeah.
Like, the comic was a what if. When the show came out, it kind of eclipsed everything else.
Yeah, where it's like, I think we should all, like, go back and watch the Melissa Hart Sabrina series, please.
Yeah. Like, the cartoon, I think, the comic worked with that, but then I feel like it kind of lost the plot as it went on. You know, I don't think it worked. I don't think it works as a full blown thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like if Archie Afterlife became the main
timeline. Yeah, exactly. Or if Riverdale became the Archie thing and eradicated the entire Riverdale Archie multiverse in like the final season.
Yeah.
With like expository dialogue, but that would be stupid.
Anyway.
What's that sound? Archie's. What is going on in this town? Archie's. Who is gonna crack the case? Archie's. That redhead with the freckled face. Archie's.
The music's kind of mid, but
music's mid, but like in that way that's charming for a kid's cartoon.
Weird in Riverdale. Hey, what's that sound? Archie's. What is going on in this town? Archie's. Archie, Reggie, Veronica, Peggy, Jughead too. Where? Archie's Weird Mysteries.
I would say it's also like a very faithful.
Yeah, that's the comics. But also, I gotta say,
it's very.
Having seen Riverdale, it actually looks more grounded. It looks more realistic than Riverdale.
Yeah. It's all. I mean, like, it is kind of like doing a Scooby-Doo. But can I say something?
Go for it.
I think that okay. I think the Scooby-Doo movies are amazing.
Uh-huh.
I think as a television show, if we were to compare like TV shows, I think Archie's Weird Mysteries is a little bit better as a regular TV show. But I do think the Scooby-Doo does better as movies, in my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. I think Scooby-Doo, especially with like Witch's Ghost and Zombie Island, like blows most Scooby-Doo out of the water, let alone other horror cartoons. That works. Okay. Do you want to move on?
Yeah. The next
Yeah, we
one
got
is
that.
Freaky Stories.
Freaky Stories. I am less familiar with this one.
This one is, again, another Canadian cartoon. It's very similar to Tales of the Crypt Keeper, where it's a horror anthology, and then you've got like your little narrator bumpers on either, between episodes. It's less like, ooh, spooky ghosts, and it's more like, well, that's kind of freaky and weird. Like the one that stuck in my head, and I actually told this during like Ghost Story Hour on my server when we did that for my event. There's an episode where this boy kept on going over to help this old lady with her house. Like she's old, up in age, and he was eating these mixed nuts that he found in like a cupboard. He's like, yeah, help yourself. And it's like, just don't go in the cupboard. And he was eating these nuts. And it turned out that like they had been chocolate nuts that she sucked the chocolate off of.
Huh.
And like, that was like, that stuck in my head and like made me so weird about food for such a long time.
That's very off-putting. That's very off-putting.
It's like, yeah. And like, let's see some of the episode concepts to kind of give you a, because it's not quite like Tales of the Crypt Keeper, but they were often shown together. Let me see if I could, yeah. So a lot of them, yeah, it's more like urban legends rather than, or like common ghost stories rather than let's go see what the mummy's doing. You've got like the 13th floor, which is like, oh, this is what happens if you go to the 13th floor on an elevator. So it's just exploring these urban legends. Yeah, I guess that's more of the focus. Whereas like Tales from the Crypt Keeper is just a horror anthology. I'm going to show you the hosts, the little hosts that Freaky Stories hosts.
I must see.
They're gross. There's some wet ass puppets. Look at this wet ass puppet. Look how wet he is.
Oh my god! It looks. I feel like if I touched that, my hand would come away like soaking wet with something.
Yeah, he was wet, and like when he spoke, he had that like, because they're puppets, right? So he'd be like speaking, and like there was like a wet sound, and you could see like the slime like connecting between its lips. It was so yucky, but it was like, oh, I love a good wet puppet. Let's go wet puppets. I love wet puppets. They're so good. Anyway, but yeah, really fun show, I think.
I love it, and it makes me nauseous to look at it.
Yeah. They live in a diner, and they just tell each other, and they like, they come out after dark and they tell each other scary stories.
I love that.
And it always starts with like, it happened to a friend of mine. And I just like activated like every like millennial Canadian kids like fucking sleeper agent phrase. But anyway, no, Fred, seriously. You can't say that. No.
But we were all thinking it. Fuck? We were all thinking it though.
I wasn't. He's a maggot, you fucking animals.
What's the difference?
I hate you. I hate this.
Anyway.
I hate everything. I'm putting it in Hidden Gem.
Fair enough. Okay, so Night Before Christmas.
Can I be honest with you? I'm going to do something.
Why do I feel like I'm going to strongly agree or disagree with you, depending on what you do?
I'm putting it right here.
But, wait, where are you putting it? Putting it right there?
Yeah.
Oh, this I would say the other end of the spectrum on this one.
Really?
Oh yeah, I think it's great. Okay, remove yourself from the hot topification of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a movie you saw for the first time. Has an incredible soundtrack, great stop motion, simple but refined plot, captures the vibe of both Halloween and Christmas at the same time in perfect balance. Has a couple genuinely unsettling visuals, like with the whole like oogie boogieing, like skinned alive and his bugs tumbling out of his body. And does all of that in 75 minutes.
Can I explain my reasoning?
Go for it.
I think the ending sucks.
How so?
It's just very unsatisfying. It feels less like it's an interesting premise, and I do like the vibes. I do like the visuals. I do like the music. The characters are pretty fun. And there was a time in my life where I was utterly obsessed with, like, I have sitting with me right now this huge ass Nightmare Before Christmas mug.
Mm-hmm.
With this awesome, like, the handle is shaped like the curly mountain. I love the vibes of the Nightmare Before Christmas, but I think that that's the strongest part of Nightmare Before Christmas is the vibes and the music and the visuals. I feel like as a story, as like a piece of art, I feel like it fails to deliver something. You know? I think it is iconic. I love it, but I'm being objective as somebody who adores The Nightmare Before Christmas and everything to do with it. I think the movie's the ending kind of sucks.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think it's just very, very like simple. Like it and again, it's a Henry Selick film. It's not Tim Burton, but it does have that same Tim Burton fairy tale structure that Selick, I think, kind of shied away from as he went on with his career. Where it is very much like a refined, like a fairy tale structure. I think it works with Nightmare because it is so. Yeah, I think it's a fair point. I think
Can you break down the ending? Like, what happens at the end of the movie? Like, how does it end?
Oh well, very simply, Jack tries to do Christmas and doesn't really understand it. He kind of takes on the culture before really understanding the implications of it, and acts from his narrow perspective of things. But his excitement to jump into it means he doesn't really think things through. He doesn't really take the time to really get what it means, and does things with the best intentions, but causes people to get painful. And so the military, as they do, gun him down, and he kind of feels like he's basking in self-pity over it not working, but then kind of as time goes on realizes he has to set things right and restore balance to the world and like kind of embody the themes of what he is most skilled at, kind of going back to what his skill set is and looking, okay, I'm skilled at bringing fear and terror into the hearts of people, and I should really lean into my strengths as opposed to try something that's just not for me, even though it is something different and new. And he tries to rebalance everything by bringing things back to the way they were. But as a result of that, also has now cross-mingled between cultures and now has an open communication with a world he was formerly unfamiliar with, and draws attention to the fact to someone who cared about him this whole time and realizes that those who truly valued him and saw him for who he is were there the whole time. He just wasn't looking in the right places for it.
Here's the thing. We get
it's all
that
done without saying it.
We get that in like the middle of the movie, like this is what's happening in the middle of the movie is he's fucking this up, and it's just kind of was like, okay, now what? And it just does. I feel like it just kind of like, okay, yep. The first part of the movie is that he's feeling kind of melancholic and dissatisfied with his lot in life. He discovers Christmas, tries to do that, and is terrible at it. And then, okay, now what?
But I feel like the thing is the movie's so short that it gets to that point quickly and then ends. So it's not
Yeah.
one of those movies that needs
Yeah,
necessarily to be more, because I
you
agree with what
say
you're saying.
that.
If it was a
You
2 hour movie, I'd agree with you, but it's only 75 minutes, so it kind of is that sort of simple package of an idea communicated through very clear visuals and music, I would say.
You say that, but what I'm saying is that you have like that sort of like, ooh, here's the problem. Then you have like what I would consider the middle part, and then they just reiterate that for the final act. It's like the act 2 and act 3 are the same. Is what
I
I'm
wouldn't
saying.
say
I'm saying
I would
that
say
they're
follow
just
through.
but I just think that it could be more concise is what I'm saying. I think that it's just, if that's
Okay,
the
that
goal,
could, it might be more concise.
I think it's like there's a lot that happens that is just kind of like reinforcing what is like a very easy to grasp theme that you get instantly. It's like, okay, yeah, no, he's trying to do Halloween, he's trying to do Christmas, and he's not very good at it. Why did it take us like 50 minutes to explore that when that could have been like a 20-minute thing?
I would
know what I
say
mean?
I don't think it's 50 minutes long. I think that section of the film is only like a half hour.
Yeah.
It's very short. Like it feels longer than it really is.
Yeah. I just feel like it kind of keeps us in that, oh, he can't, this isn't working. And that just keeps going and going. And I think it never quite does.
Well, I think one of the movie's strengths is that it is so short that it doesn't linger too long in that topic. I think it's one of those things where, because the movie is so short and concise, it ends before it really starts beleaguering the point, which I think is a benefit.
I think it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Films.
Is it does beleaguer the point a little bit for me.
That's fair. I feel like we're kind of touching upon the same. We're all I think we're just kind of circling around the same ideas with this one.
I will give you solid entry. But
Fine, I'll accept that.
It's also a better Christmas movie than it is a Halloween movie.
I agree with that. I will consent to that. I won't argue with you on that one because it's true. Although it does have an anthem for Halloween, which is pretty great.
Yes, the music is great, but again, Danny Elfman. So
yeah, there you go.
Here's one: Nightmare Ned.
Have not seen.
So, can I give a bit of a breakdown about Nightmare Ned? I'm going to pull up a visual. It was a computer game and that were developed. They were developed at the same time. This was considered lost media for a while.
Really?
So it's a Disney cartoon. There was only ever 12 episodes. They never returned to it. They never did anything with it. There was it was very expensive. And there's some of the people that voice acted in it, you're like, what are you doing here? What the fuck? So the premise is that a little Ned Needlemeyer, very skittish boy, encounters some sort of fear in the waking world, and then when he goes to sleep, that gets super distorted, and it's very
kind of like Pajama Sam.
Yeah, it's very surreal. It's very dark. It was like Disney was criticized for making it. It's like, this is too dark for kids. But then like people that do like dark cartoons are like, this is fucking awesome. It's a bit of a, I don't know if I'd call it a cult classic because it's so forgotten. But the only reason that we have all 12 episodes up on YouTube is people uploading it themselves because Disney has never made it available.
That sounds right. Disney's in that a lot with like certain really scary entries, like The Watcher in the Woods is unavailable on media right now, for example, legally.
You know what? Adrian said Silent Hill for kids, and I actually would agree. It's so weird. It does hit a certain Silent Hill-ish vibe, but it is all like pretend.
Would you say it almost feels a little bit like Little Nemo?
I would say it's
just less racist, obviously, from like the 1920s like comic strip.
Yeah. So but the game is fascinating considering it came out in like I think 1990. Like, look at that. It's a computer game.
For a 90s game, that's really impressive. That's
Yeah.
really impressive for a 90s game.
But it's also Disney, so yeah, 1997
Yeah.
is when it came out. The intro is kind of mid, but I'll show it just so you
Good
can see
night,
it.
Ned.
Sweet dreams, honey.
We'll just watch one of the intros. But like the visuals are insane.
No! 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 I gotta get out of here! Wow! It's me! Say something!
This looks like a fever dream, yeah.
It does such a good job capturing that sort of dreamlike quality. It's so surreal, so offbeat, so weird. I think people, this needs to be blown up.
Thank goodness I'm awake.
Yeah, I dig this. That's good. I like that. That looks cool.
There's only 12 episodes. They're all on YouTube, and hard work of like lost media enthusiasts to recover this because it was gone for quite a while. And there's an episode I never knew where it came from because 1997 I was like 5, and I remember watching it and it scared the crap out of me. The furniture came alive and was just like turned to like monster furniture, and it scared me so badly. I don't know, like the clock was alive, like the wardrobe was alive, the beds were alive. It fucking freaked me the fuck out. This scared me more than Courage ever did, and I had no idea. I was like, what is it? I can't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere for years because I didn't know what it was called because I was only 5. I didn't know how to fucking read. And it only ever aired once. It was syndicated to YTV, I think, which is how I watched it, but it was never re-aired again. It was only ever aired once in 1997 for a few weeks, and then it went away forever.
That reminds me of this other show I watched when I was a kid. It was this show about like a pirate ship, and it aired on like a
yeah.
There's this guy called the Skin Taker. He had a mustache, and I don't know what happened about that.
It is such a bizarre little cartoon. But I do kind of, you might have recognized the dad. The voice.
Why do I feel like it's gonna be like a voice I recognize from like 100 different things?
Well, it was Disney again, so.
It wasn't anyone from Fairly Odd Parents, was it? Because that I felt like some of the voices overlap with that, or like Recess or whatever.
Okay, so we've got Cortland Mead was Ned. Brad Garrett was the dad.
Wait, isn't that the guy from Everyone Loves Raymond? I can't see the name right there. Who is that guy? Brad Garrett. I know that name. I'm drawing a blank.
He was also
it is the guy from Everyone Loves Raymond. Okay.
He was also in Walking Dead, I believe. Wasn't he?
Yeah. No, that was you're thinking of the guy who played Negan. That was
Negan, yeah.
That was oh, what's his name? I'm trying to blank on Negan's name. 1 second. That's
But yeah, he was in Tangled as the Hook Hand Thug. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Has Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids showed up yet? It was, but me and Anthony haven't watched it, so.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan you're thinking of.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
No, he's the brother from Everyone Loves Raymond. And he was also Lobo in the DC animated universe, which is great.
But he's been in a bunch of things. He was
he's great.
He was Lobo for a while. He's been in so many things.
I've heard he's a pretty cool guy too. From what I know a few people who've worked in productions he was on. I've heard good things about him.
Cortland Mead was a pretty popular child actor. He's in Little Rascals, and he was Danny Torrance in The Shining.
Oh, the 90s one or the 90s Shining?
One, I think.
Oh yeah. That's
he
cool.
would have been too young in 1997. Yeah. And you got Kate Susie. Like, it's just like, what are you people doing here? What are you people doing here? What are
If
you
Robert
doing
Englund
here?
ends up, I'd be very entertained. I'd be very
Dan
amused if
Cas-
Robert Englund showed up in like a
Dan
nightmare
Castaneda,
movie.
Jennifer fucking Hale. Like,
Of
what are
course,
you-
they're in everything.
Eugene Levy. Like, what are you people doing here?
Eugene
Cummings?
Levy, I'm more surprised by. What was that?
Jim
said
Cummings?
Jeremy- Oh, Jim Cummings. I thought you said Jeremy Irons for some reason. I'm like,
No. But
that
yeah,
would have
like,
been nuts if that's the case.
like what are you all doing here on this tiny little show? Like, what the heck?
Everyone needs a
anyway.
paycheck.
Again, I'm putting in hidden gems. We've got a lot of hidden gems. Whoops.
Yeah, very hidden gem. That's like designed for hidden gems, 100%.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was going to. I think it was going to be like a yearly thing. Was the original intention, but it was so expensive, and there was like creative differences, and they ended up,
Makes sense. Okay, House is designed for hidden gems, but I think it's great.
I don't know if it's a hidden gem because I think like a lot of people have seen it, and it's on Netflix.
Then it's great. Yeah. That simple. There's nothing else for it. It's just a fantastic little
It's
thing.
spooktacular perfection, I think. It's amazing.
It is. Yeah, that's fair to say. That's absolutely fair to say. It is incredible. Yeah, that's a masterpiece.
It really freaks your bean.
I remember it came out, adults were creeped out by it. Like,
yeah.
Men in their like 40s were like, this is really creeping me out.
The next one is Watership Down.
Okay, that one I think is also top tier. I think it's the go-to. It's must see. Yeah, it's a
must see. I think that the book,
it's aged a little bit. I think too. It's a little stilted, but it's so good.
I think the book is so good, and it doesn't quite get there with the book as an adaptation. Like, it does kind of miss out on a lot of things, but I think like if you. For me, Watership Down is like you watch it and it's like, I need more of this, and then you go read the book and you're like, that was amazing. So it's like, I think it's like a good intro to Watership Down.
And I think also the visual language communicates the vibe of the book so well. I don't know if you ever saw the Netflix adaptation of Watership Down. It's not good.
There's also another adaptation of Watership Down that we're all forgetting. It's actually decent. It was very like Redwall, but
I see.
This one,
that's interesting.
I believe.
Oh yeah, the TV show, right?
Yeah. Fuck off, TV tropes. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's Canadian.
Wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't even shock me. Yeah, Watership Down is just a great fantasy adventure. I think it's fantastic and deeply disturbing, I'd say, at some points.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, original. Yeah, it was actually combined. It was a joint effort between YTV and CITV, which was a British broadcasting network. So, yeah,
nice. I get that. Okay, Paranorman. That's
it's solid. Personally,
I would say Paranorman's great. I think that's a must watch. Okay. Oh yeah, I'd say that's a fantastic one. I think it does the one thing that most great ghost stories need to be. Mm-hmm. It needs to be, most great ghost stories need to be a little depressing. You know what I mean? A good ghost story needs to bum you out a little bit, like before it's over.
Yeah, and the thing about Paranorman, and I think a lot of I don't know if I'd call. I would say that it's very young gothic.
Yeah,
because
it's a great movie for young goth.
It's the tragedy has already happened. There was nothing that Norman could have ever done to save that little girl. She already suffered one of the worst things that anybody could suffer. And she was a complete innocent, and nothing is ever going to erase that. But she does get peace in the end. It doesn't, like that pain is never undone. And it's a pain that you have to, I think that's what like a lot of gothic stories do, is that like you still have to sit with that pain. That's never going to go away. And it very much grapples with that and acknowledges that. And it's like, okay, but like we need to find the good that we can do here. And that's not because some of them are a tragedy, you know, like lots of goth stories are tragedies. But if you're going like with a goth story that has a happy ending, that tends to be how they end. It's like, okay, so we can, it's bittersweet, you know, it's still sad what she went through, but like at least she has peace now.
And I think it's one of those examples too, where like the story is resolved not through like stopping a great evil, but by trying to come to terms with pain.
Exactly.
And I think that's great for kids entertainment, but it's also great for horror because you can't always fight a monster. Sometimes you just have to talk to them, you know? I think it's fantastic. I think there's moments in that, and like and the zombies and the ghosts are both in pain in that movie. I think even like the people who hurt that poor girl, who are brought back as like corpses, even they're suffering from it. And there's like this sense of like melancholy. There's a lot of humor in it, but there's a lot of sadness. And of course, there's the implication that, hey, if we don't learn from the past, we're doomed to repeat it.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of implications that what happened to her is happening to Norman. And it's like, oh, we haven't learned anything culturally. We're just making the same mistakes over and over again, you know, historically. There's a lot to which I think. I love that movie a lot.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm babbling.
Definitely
Sorry.
Put it up there. No, you're good. You're good. I was eating my cupcake.
Nah, it's all good. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, what we got here?
I think it's a must-see classic. I think there are I didn't separate out any of the movies, but let's take, for each of these, I think it's best to take them at their best. If there's multiple entries. So like, you know,
Zombie Island, which is Ghost,
Zombie
Mystery
Island,
Incorporated.
Yeah. But I think that there are some entries of Scooby-Doo that are kind of stinky. But
I would say there's one in particular that came out recently that's very stinky.
We're not talking about it.
We're not talking about
it.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I guess.
Yeah. Let's not judge Scooby-Doo by Velma. I would say it's a classic.
Yeah, 100%. It's there's too much good for any bad to outweigh it.
You want to put the music back on? Yeah. So Tales, I'm sure you've seen the Tales of the Crypt original show and like the comic books.
I have.
Have you seen the cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we want to also take a look at the intro to that one?
Yeah, that's worth taking a look at.
Right as soon as I turn the music back on.
Yeah, right. I love it.
And the reason I want to is because Tales from the Crypt Keeper does something. It captures that sort of dark, I don't know if I call it gothic, but like the dark comic book look so well.
And what's funny too is that the Tales from the Crypt show faithfully adapted a lot of the comics that were from the 50s already. But this, I think, made a more kid-friendly version of that while still keeping the aesthetic going.
It's very spooky. It's so good. And the music's fucking amazing.
So, such a vibe. And of course, it's the song from the TV show, too, that the parents at the time were watching. So it all works out.
This is one of those ones that I think aged very well. And you could still watch it as an adult.
100%.
And have a fun time.
And it's different enough from the actual show to be worth watching if you like that too.
And just like look at like the way like the black, like the way that the backgrounds are done and how heavy like the line weight. It's just so good.
Very aesthetic, and it's inviting kids into like.
Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
And of course, you have that iconic performance of like the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, so good. And I would say very charismatic character as well.
Yeah. I mean, the Crypt Keeper as a character is like so iconic and so like essential Halloween. 90s Halloween, I think, is defined by the. You ever actually see the time the Crypt Keeper hosted Kids WB?
No, because I didn't have WB.
Okay, never mind. Okay. I was going off of like a nostalgic experience where it's like,
I-
oh yeah, here's the Crypt Keeper introducing Pokemon or something.
I think I've heard of it, but yeah, we didn't have that one. You know who
That's
we
fair,
did
that's
have
fair.
as a cartoon host, or as like a TV show host? Sugar, who was the voice of Sailor Chibi Moon in the
Oh yeah, that's
she
cool
al-
actually.
she always sounds like that. Always. Her voice is always like that. My
She's got like
mom
a whole
hated
Iron
her.
Mouse thing. She has like an Iron Mouse thing going on there, I guess.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, she's a pretty decent singer too, because so in Canada,
Mhm.
we have certain regulations where we're not allowed to show. I don't know what it's like now, but back at that time, they're stricter about advertising to kids. You can't show kids as much advertisements as you can in the States. So whenever we would get cartoons shipped up here, they would be too short. So we had a lot of bumpers, and it would either be like hosts like Sugar, or you'd have like a little weird little Canadian cartoon like Untalkative Bunny that would just be like 5 or 6 minutes long. But yeah,
There we go. All
uh,
right, cool,
that's
cool, cool.
yeah. Anyway, um,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
getting
know
I'm
where
getting notes from my spouse saying I will have to probably leave soon to take care of the kid. But
Okay,
so let's go through the next few. I want to do everything with you.
okay. Where do we want to put this? I don't know.
I'd say hidden.
yeah, because I don't think
I,
a lot of people know about it.
no, it is overshadowed by the success of the original show.
Live action, yeah.
Yeah, which is so iconic.
The Real Ghostbusters.
Okay, this might be a hot take. I think it's kind of mid.
Okay.
I think it's a decent show, but I think a lot of people really overhype how good it is because it is one of the few competent sequels to the Ghostbusters.
Yep.
But it's also not that great.
Yeah. I don't have any. I think I've memory hold that one. I know I watched it because I recognize
like
some
the
of the
one
characters, but
I do like how in the Extreme Ghostbusters they have an episode where they basically have Cenobites. That's kind of cool.
uh-huh.
But it's also like Cenobites for kids. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why do we do that?
Yeah.
Why is this a thing we made?
Yeah, I guess we do. I mean, like, I think Ghostbusters is fine, but like, I think in general as a series, it's very overhyped. I like it, but I think it's like not as good. I think that like people that get really defensive over Ghostbusters are ridiculous.
Yeah, no, Ghostbusters is just all right. Very, very. It's a very all right thing in general. All right. So what do you got next? Is that Secrets
The
of Nim?
Secret of Nim. Yeah.
Great Don Bluth film. I don't know if I think of it as horror. It's kind of for me the same thing with Watership Down. Like it's a really good, great fantasy adventure story. I don't know if I consider it scary, but I know a lot of people get freaked out by it.
It's dark fantasy, I suppose.
Very dark. That and Gargoyles, I think of both. Like I see the next one's Gargoyles. Yeah. Both excellent. I would say both top tier, but like
me too.
I don't think of it as scary at all. Yeah, I know we're both hesitating. It's top.
I mean,
tier.
like not all of these are scary. Some of them are just spooky. You know,
yeah,
like they're just kind of dark and spooky.
It is a masterpiece, though. I know we're both kind of teetering on the top two rows. If anything should go up there, that's one of them.
And I think I'm gonna put Gargoyles right next to it.
Yeah,
hands down. One of the best
they're fantastic
TV shows that Disney has ever made.
Easily.
Ever.
Easily.
My mom loved watching that one with me.
Yeah, because it's fantastic. And if you're like a lit nerd like me, all the little Shakespeare references make you get all excited. It's fantastic.
Exactly.
Now, here's one that's interesting. Vincent. That's a short film that Tim Burton made while early on in his career. Like it's pre Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Can I?
And it's decent. It's a decent short film. There's nothing really to it, though. It's very much like a proof of concept kind of thing. That's it.
I think it's like it's if you like Tim Burton, it's like an interesting thing to watch. but it's like a poem with visuals.
Yeah, the best part is Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Vincent Price elevates the entire thing. If not for Vincent Price, there'd be nothing
Yeah.
worth watching about it. And that's about it.
Now this is one I haven't watched. The next one, Wendell and Wild.
That one's really good. Oh, I should say solid. I'll say it's a solid.
Okay.
It's not must.
Can,
It's not must watch, but it's solid.
can you explain? Because I have no idea what it is.
I'm pretty sure that's hang on, let me just make sure I'm thinking of the right one before I say anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's with Key and Peele, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a Henry Selick film with Key and Peele as like specter-like creatures.
Oh, okay, that sounds fun.
It is. It's very much like what if it's kind of sort of Paranorman-esque,
Mm-hmm.
but not as good. It's a little more edgy.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's not fantastic. It very much though feels in line with Coraline and Paranorman in a good way, but it's not as good.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I think the big appeal is Key and Peele.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really is like they kind of do steal the show.
I'll
they're
take a look at it.
And they're basically just playing Key and Peele as demons.
Yeah.
Basically.
No, that sounds fun though.
It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's a good. I'd say it's good, but not great. Is a great way of putting it.
But the next
but
one.
if you need, yeah. No, what's next? That's
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
I think I'd put it at solid.
Solid, very solid.
I fucking love it.
But it is inconsistent. I feel. I feel
it's
that's one where.
I think it can be very alienating too, very polarizing in the same way that Invader Zim is, but it's not quite as good, and it doesn't always earn it.
I agree. And there's some references that like you can tell they are shooting for like horror fans and sci-fi fans. Like there's a Dune reference in it. No kid knows what a Gum Jabbar is, but they reference it directly. Like, and I think the trope with the whole chili con carne subplot, like that kind of falls off pretty early on, but like that kind of distracts from like what you're actually watching more than it does entertain you. And that's kind of why no one talks about it anymore, but everyone talks about the grim part.
I feel like also that Billy and Mandy are kind of soulmates. And here's the thing. I think it's because it's very clear that Billy is the only person that Mandy tolerates.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's great.
She threatens him all the time, but she tolerates him. And like coming from Mandy, that's a pretty big deal. I kind of ship it a little bit. I think it's cute.
I think a lot of people do.
It's cute. Yeah.
It is cute. I think like Mandy comes from like the Wednesday Addams school of character writing, where she's basically like a goth edgelord, but like in an endearing kind of way. Yeah.
She's not goth though, is the thing. She's just evil.
Yeah, no, she's just diabolical.
She's got like a little pink skirt, little blonde hair with a headband. She's not goth. She's just a monster. But she tolerates Billy.
And there you go. All right, we got a couple left, and then I got to run after this. But what's the next one? That's Feel a Day. Feel a Day is the definition of a hidden gem. I think it is a fantastic murder mystery story involving
not for
cats.
Everyone. Not for everyone.
really not for everyone.
I would start with Watership Down. If that gets a little too much for you, you're not ready for Feel a Day.
Feel a Day is like, what if like Watership Down was even more violent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Ralph Bakshi, isn't it?
No, I don't think it's Bakshi. It's I think it came out after Bakshi retired. I think after Cool World. It's I think it's German, right? Is it German or is it? Let me double check that. I know it's definitely European. It's German, yeah.
Okay. It's so good though.
So good, and like
Not
there's
kids.
something not for, and I feel like I don't know how it would fly with like the more anti-sex, anti-violence crowd
These days,
because it's
yeah, it's very sexual.
very all involving cats. Like it's all like a totally like there's the one sex scene that's just two cats and it's like anatomically correct cat sex and you're like, huh, that just happened, but it's done like a neo-noir kind of style.
Yeah.
So it, you know, it kind of makes you think of Laxadaisy, but like if
But
the
like in the
cats
other
were like
direction.
actual cats. Yeah, if the cats were like realistic looking cats. Plague dogs I'm seeing too. That's more disturbing than Felidae, I feel.
I've never seen Plague Dogs.
Plague dogs is deeply disturbing. And I think it's because Felidae has a lot of violence, but it's still a sense of hyper realism to it, like Secrets of Nim or Watership Down. Whereas Plague Dogs feels too. The dogs act like dogs, and there's a lot of medical experimentation on them. That's like not like sci-fi medical conspiracy. It's like, oh no, just testing pharmaceuticals, and it's like very realistic and deeply disturbing. That one I have a Plague Dog. I think like Field Day is more on-screen violent. Like there's gorier, there's more guts, but you also don't see like a dog drowning in a lab experiment and then being resuscitated and then being dumped back in the water pit right afterwards by cold
water.
It's like
Waterboarding a fucking dog. Jesus Christ.
There's a coldness to Plague Dogs. It just isn't present in Watership Down or Field Day. Like Field Day and Watership Down have a lot of warmth to them. Plague Dogs, when I think of it, I think of like chilling violence, the kind that you don't have. It's not fun. It's just deeply disturbing.
I absolutely forgot to add Gravity Falls when I intended to, but I think if Gravity Falls, I'd put that
tier.
up there. Must see. Well, I mean, that's top tier, but must see classic for sure.
Yeah, in those one of those top two roles, I'd say.
Mark
moving
Twain.
on. The Mark Twain one, which I insisted we have to include, only for one segment. Because it's not a scary movie, but there's one segment that is like the stuff of nightmares, and the mysterious stranger segment. For those who don't know, Mark Twain at the end of his life tried writing a novel called The Mysterious Stranger, which he never finished, and in it, it's his most nihilistic story about an angel named Satan, and it goes about as well as you'd expect. And this stop motion movie tried adapting it for kids and made it into the stuff of pure terror. Where Satan,
think we could put it.
Oh yeah, I think Hidden Gems probably because it's so disturbing. I would say Hidden Gem. Yeah, I'd say that. Oh, you can put it.
I think it's fine, but I think outside of that scene, like the movie is kind of
Yeah, the whole movie is kind of mediocre, but that one segment is so noteworthy. But the movie itself is like it's the reason that's the only thing people talk about.
I'm gonna put it in mid tier because like it's decent and it's decently made, but like
that's the one segment people talk about.
Yeah, for a good reason.
Yeah, just skip the rest of it. Just skip everything else.
The Addams Family,
new
right
stuff.
There.
Yeah, that's fair.
New stuff.
Agreed.
Do not watch it. It's awful. I hate it. Doesn't understand the Addams Family as a concept. And I think I mentioned this to you. I know. I'm keeping you. I mentioned this off stream when we were talking. The whole premise of the Addams Family is that it's just as weird for a family to love and support and understand each other and want to spend time with each other as a family full of monsters.
Yeah, agreed. 100%.
That's the premise. So if you're doing this thing where it's like, okay, but what if they're misunderstanding their teenage daughter? It's like, well, you're kind of defeating the purpose of the Addams Family then, because like there are so many shows that are doing that. This is, you know.
Yeah, it loses track of what made that story effective, and that sucks.
Yep.
It's not a good Addams Family story if you're missing the point of the Addams Family.
Yep. Exactly. You know what else
What's
I
that
should have
last one?
added was
Mhm.
this is the 70s Addams Family.
Yes. Which is much better, I think.
It's solid, I would say. Because like I think that like the movies are a bit better. And the original series was a bit better. And
Yeah, agreed.
I'm sorry, your baby. If you need to go, you could go. You
Yeah,
can be free.
I may have to run away now. I'm getting Morse code sent to me. So thank you, Krim. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate you hosting this.
Thank you, and good luck with your little bundle of joy. Are you
Oh,
dressing
thank you.
Oh, my last question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you dressing up that baby as a pumpkin for Halloween?
We are
You gotta.
strongly considering that.
You gotta.
That's one of the ones we're thinking of.
You got like a potato baby. You got like a little
Yeah, right.
That's really the only thing you can do is
a ghost. Could do ghost.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, thank you so much for hosting me, Krim. I really appreciate it. Next Tuesday, Tim Burton will, because of a sponsorship deal. I'll talk to you all later. All right?
Yeah.
Take care,
Bye.
Bye.
Now, there are a couple that we have missed, and we could talk about those. Hotel Transylvania. We didn't get to put up here. So I think Hotel Transylvania. I think it's mid-tier. Goosebumps is not a cartoon. I love Goosebumps, but not a cartoon. It's live action. Unless there's a Goosebumps cartoon that I'm unaware of, but if it was there, I would have had to put in didn't watch. Yeah, there isn't a lot of bad ones that made it on here. I think it's just a lot of them are just so fun to watch. What else did I forget about, Gene? Tales from the Crypt animated series. I put that on there. It's right here. Womp. And yeah, but like it's not just horror. It's like stuff to like stuff that kind of gives you that spoopy Halloween-y mood. It's not necessarily just horror, because there are some horror stuff here, but some of it is just, good spoopy fun. But I think because of the subject matter of Hotel Transylvania, if my brain was on correctly, I would have put it on this list. The Halloween tree also up here. It's where I think it was. Yeah, we put it in hidden gems. We have a lot of hidden gems. But yeah, Growing Up Creepy did not watch. So I would have had to put it in the didn't watch category, unfortunately. Gravity Falls, I missed. It was one of the ones I had written down, and I don't know how I missed it, but Gravity Falls, I think, is a must-see classic. Let's see if we can add a couple more. Let's go. Boo Scumps, Reader Beweeder, you're in for a skeeter. Scary Godmother is on there. Where did we put that? We put it in skippable because neither me or Anthony ever cared for it. Let's see. Gravity Falls. What else? Hotel Transylvania. I'm trying to find a good, like, square-ish shaped one. Let's just go with this one. Hotel Transylvania. Tuttenstein. I have not... Tutten... I'm sure. Yeah, I think so. But the thing is that I've never seen it. But I'll put it on for you guys. Baby is looking at screen. Hello, Anthony. Let me see. Tuttenstein. The Mummy cartoon? Was there? Oh, there was! Oh my god. Unlocked like something in the back of my brain. And then there's Mummies Alive, but I don't know if that's one that I'd put on there. Let me see. Monster House? Yeah, that's another one that we forgot. Monster House. I love Monster House. But we'll add those last ones, I think, and then we'll call it a night. Monster House. I'll put Growing Up Creepy for you guys, because I'm gonna make this tier list available for everybody else. But I've never seen it. This is also Canadian, I believe. You know what? Also, I'm gonna throw it on there. It is a Monster High cartoon. Because that's got, like, that kind of vibe. Oh, there's a new one. I forgot about that one. Oh, that one's flashing at me. Stop! I'm just gonna grab this. You know what I'm also gonna add? It's a little... This one might be controversial. But I'm gonna put it on there anyway, because it's about a witch. And they do witchy things. But sometimes, you know, it's not always creepy. But I think we should put it on there because it's about a witch. But the concept very similarly to the original comics and the Melissa Joan Hart show is that you know, she's a witch, yes, but she's very much a normal teenage girl and not a spooky, scary hag, you know. And then we go add images, and how did that one? Okay, whatever. See, I'm telling it to order it by date, but it's just not doing that. Let me see. Gravity Falls. And the rest of them came at the end for some reason. And oh, we didn't actually. Okay, I see what happened. I put Paranormal Park in the wrong section. Submit. Okay, so we have a couple more left. Alright, so Gravity Falls, I'm going to put in the must-see classics. I think it's so good. I wouldn't put it up here, but it is really good. And me and Anthony were talking about this, but we didn't get to go into it because I'm dumb and forgot and I didn't fill it out correctly. But Dead End Paranormal Park, in my opinion, isn't great. I think that the premise is fine. I'm sure I've heard the book is better, but I think that like it's a little too preachy, and it's basically, it feels like everything. It feels like the show that people say that Steven Universe is when they complain about it, you know? I didn't like Dead End Paranormal Park, and I really don't like the main character. I don't like that, like, it seems like sometimes the only acceptable way to be a trans guy is like, you're this big soft fella, you're like this, you're just a little sweetheart. Like, I'm getting tired of that trope. Not that we have a lot of trans man characters, but it feels like that's like the thing that we are expected to be, and then oddly enough, trans men get made fun of for being that. But it's like, okay, not only is that like a stereotype that I personally find offensive, but you're making fun of me for it too, even though I don't fit the mold that you want me. Okay, cool, awesome. I think it's skippable. And it's just a little too preachy. I don't know how that got back down there. Hotel Transylvania, I'll put in the mid tier. The animation is great. I think I find it more fascinating as a piece of animation than anything. What is happening in terms of how Hotel Transylvania is animated is a big deal for 3D animation, because it's squash and stretch, but it's 3D. And that's a big fucking deal. That's amazing. Like, it's groundbreaking. And for that, like, I'm not gonna, you know, like, I might put it a bit lower if I was judging it on anything else, on like the plot and stuff, because I think it's you know, it's Illumination. It's blech. It's kind of, you know, it's whatever. But I think for the animation alone, I'm gonna bump it up to mid tier. I don't know why that came up there twice. Monster House is a classic. Tuttenstein I haven't seen. Mummy, I've memory hold it. I kind of vaguely remember it. But I'm gonna put in didn't watch because I can't remember it. Sabrina the Animated Series, I could describe as like, what if Kim Possible was a witch? And like, the show's fine. That's the show that I was first introduced to the series in. I think it's a really good modernization of the concept. But the problem with the concept, as much as I like it, and I find it interesting, and I liked watching it, you can only take that concept so far. I am going to put Sabrina the Animated Series in skippable. It's fine. But a lot of it's like, there's a lot of stinker episodes. I don't know what Phantom's Investigators. The Owl House, I don't think I'd put that on here. I think it's more in a fantasy than anything. Monster High, I haven't watched, but I'll keep it on here. And Growing Up Creepy, I didn't watch either. I think I put The Addams Family up there twice. Somehow. Yeah. There we go. Alright, this is the final tier list. Yeah. The Jackie Chan cartoon was pretty good. Not really what I'd put on this list, but it is a good cartoon. Oh! I know what one we should put on. We should put on Danny Phantom, obviously. You guys are probably not gonna like my opinion on it, but, like, you know, I think it belongs here, for sure. Click here to add images. Submit. Did it get on there? I don't see it. Oh, did it disappear? I think it did. Submit. Oh, I see. And you guys aren't gonna like this one. Spawn should count? Spawn? Alright, I'll bring Spawn, but the thing is that I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna have to put it in the didn't watch area. But yes, I'll add that one. I don't know how to get rid of that. Here, I'm just gonna add my thumbnail as the... There we go. Submit. Oh, how did that... Oh my god. I can't believe this. There we go. Alright. Danny Phantom. I don't think it's very good. I'm sorry. I think it's bad, actually. I think Danny Phantom's not a good show. I think that the fans did more with Danny Phantom than Butch Hartman could ever do with them. I think it's one of those series where it's like fan artists and like fan content creators, amazing, and I love what it is for fans, but I don't think it's a good show. And I did watch Spawn. Yeah, okay. I think yeah. That's my opinion. 9! Oh my god, 9! How could I forget 9? 9, very good. Save that. Click here to add. Yoink. Submit. And then I think it's solid. I think 9's pretty solid. It's good. It's good. But like, if you don't want to watch it, it's fine. Yeah. I think we're good now. The Casker cartoon. Okay, I think I think we're gonna reel it in a little bit though. I think I'm pretty happy with this list. And I will, of course, make this tier list available for you all to check out, and you can do it yourself, either on call or make your own video. I don't care. I think that I can just do a little share button and it'll... yeah, I think I can literally just copy this link. Cool. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you to my patrons, Harvey Hummus, Mohammed Page, Boggle, Fiona, Billy, and Zephyr, Somnium Astra, Space Frog, Easy Walker, Garden, Knot, Shy Ravid, Swampling, and Vex Fidel. And a special thanks to my staff, Mother Squeakers, Boggle, and Sparrow. If you liked this video, make sure you've subscribed. We've got another few days all the way up until Halloween of our Halloween event happening. We're watching a Halloween movie marathon on Saturday, so that's tomorrow. That's our next event, and that'll be on Discord only. And if you'd like to join the Discord, you can find a link in the description down below. And you can join for as little as $1 a month on the Patreon. And you'll be able to take part in the server only events. You can also find my Ko-Fi if you'd rather just donate, no strings attached, an amount of your choosing. And if you want some Halloween merch, I made a t-shirt that turned out pretty dang good. I ordered one myself with my Halloween design that you might have seen a few times over the course of these videos and over on my Tumblr. So if you want to check out my Redbubble and maybe buy a shirt or stickers or something with my art on it, you can do so too. And follow me on social media. And support me in the free way by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.